What is going on, my beautiful peoples? Welcome to the live stream. What are we going to talk about today? Stop doing what doesn't work. What does that mean to you? What was my thought process? Let's talk about this thing. But before we do, we got to run our B-roll. We are working on some improvement in our B-roll. But in the meantime, and in between time, we're going to use what we got. Then we're going to come back and have us a conversation. What is going on? What is going on? We have almost made it to civilization. As y'all can tell, we're driving, but I gotta speak real quick to the people that I can see as I glance over and look at the laptop. Big Bro Vision, thank you for coming through. We appreciate you, fam. We appreciate you. I'm gonna drop this link real quick, just in case. And we'll keep dropping it periodically throughout the live stream. Big Bro Vision, thank you for coming through. RJ Funches, what's good, fam? What's good? So I'm driving on the way to scoop little man up. I gotta take him to Greenville. We're gonna do some things. So this whole camera situation with the second angle is gonna come in real nice today. So hopefully we can give y'all some good old country scenery while we have us a conversation about the topic at hand. Stop doing what doesn't work. I wanted to have this conversation for a couple different reasons. What's going on, my bro, James Guy? Good to see you, fam. Thank you for coming through. Much love. So, I wanted to talk about this today for a couple different reasons. So, we'll kind of start one by one, and then we'll expand upon this topic as we go. So, stop doing what doesn't work. I wanted to have this conversation because there are some things that it seems like people do simply because other people do it. As if somehow other people doing something validates or makes what is being done correct or proper. So let's think about it this way. I appreciate you, James. I appreciate you, bro. For instance, when we were growing up, watch, boy, you see how these people do? They just jump out in front of you and slow down for no reason. So when we were growing up, we always heard phrases from our parents like, if everybody jumps off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge? And the premise behind that statement was what I wanted to discuss today. Just because everybody's doing it, it doesn't make it right. Just because everybody's doing it, it doesn't make it right. So, what are some things from your perspective that fall into this situation that we're discussing? I'll give you an example. I'll get the conversation started from my perspective. So my example is this. I refuse to believe that common kindness is dead or dying. I refuse to believe that. Simple things like holding the door for someone, speaking to others. Yuri, what's going on, fam? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. So, common courtesy, simple little things. Why is it that everybody's mad at everybody and folks don't act like they got any type of kindness about them whatsoever? What's going on, my bro, Scratching Pete, PA, aka Mr. Everywhere? Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. So why is it that these kind of things happen? Like, why is it, oh, we got my buddy, Miss Shirley, OG Gardner. Oh, yeah, most definitely, Miss Shirley. Most definitely. So why is it that people don't know how to be nice anymore? Like, what happened to the kindness? What happened to the kindness? You see what I'm saying? What happened to the kindness? There used to be a time when we got my buddy Frugal Mama in the building. How you doing, sis? There used to be a time that people were kind. People were nice. There was a genuineness about people in general that doesn't seem to exist anymore. I don't understand where this went. I know why it's happening, but at the same time, I don't understand how it could actually happen. What's going on, my buddy Bethany? One busy mama. Good to see you, sis. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. All right. Okay. We got Frugal Mama in the building. We got Bethany in the building. We got Frugal Mama in the building. We got Wellness. Yeah, Frugal Mama and Bethany, one busy mama. We got my bro ATM Tim. What's good with you, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. Very true, Miss Shirley. Very true. People don't teach manners like they used to. There used to be a time that people had conversations, and it won't just because it was your child. Like, it was a community effort to make sure our young ones had a respect for their elders. Our young ones were positive in society. These kind of things don't seem to exist anymore. The very fabric of what made humans good people seems to be deteriorating at an alarming rate. It just doesn't exist the way that it used to. It's just different now. And the question is, why? And where is all of this coming from? You see what I'm saying? Hey, we got Deborah Garrett in the building. How you doing, sis? We got my bro, the Z Show Cruise Fund. What's good with you, man? What's good with you? Simple things. Holding the door. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. These simple things that now, when I do them, people almost look at me like I'm crazy. Like, I didn't know people still did that. You see what I'm saying? So, just because other people have stopped doing these things doesn't mean that now I've decided that I should stop because nobody else does. I refuse. I refuse to allow society to change what I know in my heart to be right, to be true, and to be just. I refuse to. I refuse to. Z, you're right. People are taking care of their kids. It's different. It's different. It's not the way that it used to be. We got one of our silver members in the building. My bro, a resilient dad. What's good, man? What's good? How you doing? How you doing? So these things don't exist anymore. There isn't a overall kindness that used to exist. And I don't know. I refuse to let that go. I refuse to let that go. I will keep doing that. I will keep pushing that. I raise little man in the same way. No, you will be kind. You will be kind to those that are older than you. You will show respect because these ones have earned that right to receive your respect. So we will show respect. There is no way around it. That is something that we will do. It's a shame that things are the way they are. It really is. We got another one of our members in the building. What's going on, man? The human adventure is safe. Hey, hope you are doing well. Yes, buddy. Yes, buddy. Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm on the way. I'm gonna let you know when I get there. Yes, I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm right around the corner. I'm on the way. All right, I'm back, y'all. Little man was just checking to see where I was. But it's a shame. It's a shame. Yes, you're exactly right. You're exactly right, Z. Things have changed so much that the core, the nucleus of the family isn't there anymore. It's just not. And it's a shame that it's that way. So I refuse to allow something that society is doing to stop me from doing what I know works. Stop doing what doesn't work. Just because everybody else has stopped doing it, don't mean that I can stop doing it. I refuse to. Hey, what's going on, my bro? Backlash Fisherman. What's good, bro? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate you. I really do. Hold on one second. It's a shame. Oh, I got you, Backlash. Thank you so much for coming through, bro. I hope everything goes well with the chicken coop. Um, Exactly, a resilient dad. Exactly. People used to be raised with respect. Like, no, there was a common courtesy. When you saw someone older than you struggling with something, I don't care what it was, bags of groceries, with a walker, wheelchair, whatever the case may be, you showed them some respect. You helped them. Even though you didn't know them, you just helped them. But things have changed. It's not the way that it used to be. It's just not the way that it used to be. All right, I'm gonna drop the link one more time. I know we got some people in the building, just in case you want to chime in on what we're discussing. Now, this is just a segue. This is just the beginning of what I wanted to discuss, but I wanted to kind of break the ice so that you would understand what I meant behind the title of our live stream. Because you may look at it and get your own idea, but I just kind of wanted you to know where I was coming from and the reason why I picked this as the title for what we would discuss this evening. It's a shame that people are being influenced in a negative way. It's just a shame that these kind of things exist. So we talked about kindness, we talked about generosity, we talked about showing respect. Um, let's see, what's another good example of something that we can discuss? How about this? If you try something, and I don't care whether it's professionally, whether it's YouTube related, whether it's personality related, if you try something and it doesn't work, why would you keep doing it simply because everybody else is doing it and have success? Sometimes we have to find our own success instead of simply following what everybody else does. Just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that it's right for you. There are certain things that people do on this platform that it is completely and totally against how I feel and what I would do on our channel. But that doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't make me right. It doesn't make me wrong and them right. Because what they are doing is what they see fit to do with their platform or their platform, their space on this platform, if you will. But what I'm gonna do is different, and it don't mean that there's anything wrong with that. It's just a difference of opinion. So if it's not working for you, if it's something that you don't agree with, stop doing what doesn't work for you. Yes, exactly, Backlash Fisherman. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm literally using the buckets right now. I'm gonna show y'all how the buckets exactly, Backlash and the chicken wire that Backlash Fisherman gave me, and the trellis is working great. My cucumber plants are growing. It's going awesome. What's going on, big bro, big sis?
What's going on, bro? How you doing? Great topic, man. Great topic.
Thank you, big bro. I appreciate it. We're so glad you came up. Tell me what you think about the topic.
Uh, I think it's a great topic, man. Anytime people encourage people to genuinely be themselves and not necessarily follow the crowd, yeah, I mean, I think we've all done it at one point or another in our lives, especially. I think that's a very common, almost like rite of passage transgression of our youth, so to speak. But as adults, man, I can't see myself being nobody but me, following nobody but me, because I can't keep up with it. I just can't do it.
Exactly. Hey, and I like the way you said that because it is a weight trying to be someone else 365 days of the year.
Hey man, you might like April always say, man, you might as well be yourself because everybody else already taken. So
That part.
you wasting your time. Hey everybody in the chat, if I missed anybody, didn't speak back or speak to them. What's up, broke 10? Everybody killed it, adventure. What's
What's
going on,
going
family?
on, y'all? So, yeah, and I wanted to have this conversation, and I'm glad you came up. And we dropped the link, so anybody that wants to come up, you're more than welcome. I really want to get some different perspectives on this because I think that the concept behind this is part of the breakdown of society. Um, we we don't stick to what we know. We always do what others do simply because we feel like them doing it validates it being true.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, yeah. I think that goes from finances to uh sacrifices we make for stuff that we know we don't want to do. I don't, man. I done got old, bro. I'm at that point in life. I never mean to offend or hurt nobody feeling. I give you a legitimate example. Uh,
Yes, sir.
in African culture, where we currently at, it's not offensive. It's about how it is in the States, but people spend a lot of time together. That's a very big deal to have gatherings, fellowship, spend a lot of time together. Man, if I don't feel like doing it, guess what I'm gonna tell you? I ain't gonna be able to do it. Now I
Yeah,
might not say I just don't want to, I don't feel like it. I'll let you know in a very polite way, but I ain't gonna make up a whole bunch of stuff like, nah, man, my dog sprained their ankle. Nah, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. That's just where I'm at, bro. That's a pressure too, cause uh, if you got 10 people inviting you to engagements once a month, and five of those expect some form of gift or some form of gratuity upon arrival, it's like, man, that's a whole nother budget for one, and then for two, what if you just want to sit back and watch Sanford and Son that Saturday or that
there you go.
Friday night? I mean, yeah,
Because sometimes you have to recharge your own batteries. Um, and I appreciate Broke being here. I appreciate Kim being here. We
what's
good
up,
now. We
bro?
got legal protection. We got
Big
beer.
Daddy Beard Game and Production.
Yeah. So, anybody that wants to, you're more than welcome to come up. Oh, by the way, Jay, do you see that thing that we were talking about?
I do not, sir. I'm looking for it actually. I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do, sir. So
Okay.
easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So, I'm gonna take this opportunity while we got a second to remind everyone that tomorrow, myself, along with the dynamic duo of African Dreaming, Jay and April, we are going to be doing a monumental collab that I really believe everyone should not miss, if at all possible.
Yes.
I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good.
I think it's gonna be real good, man. I think it's gonna be real good. Hey, what's up, a resilient dad? Oh, I didn't see that, man. I don't know if we how we missed it, what happened, but a resilient dad. If you want to shoot that to us again, I don't know what happened, fam, but you get back if you got time, huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, we
For
did.
sure.
Oh, never mind. Can't scratch that. Scratch that. Never mind. Yeah, April said we got it. Hey, Joe, but you know something that's really kind of relevant to this conversation, man, is I think before you can stop doing what don't work, you got to realize that you're doing something that don't work. And I think sometimes realizing a behavior exists is as complicated or more complicated than correcting that behavior, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. What's going on, my buddy Sassy? Another one of our members. Yes, yes, yes. We got our gold, one of our gold members in the building, Amber Angels Truth. What's going on, sis? How you doing? Um, what you said, Jay, reminds me of Alcoholics Anonymous. You have to address that you have a problem before you
Yep,
can fix the problem.
absolutely.
I mean, hey,
I
I
agree.
don't do that much, but yet I can't go to work and I can't function and I can't whatever because of what I'm doing. Until
Exactly.
I look myself in the mirror and say, okay, Joe, you got a problem. I'm never going to address it because it's not a problem.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Sassy, how you doing? Uh, uh yeah, man. I mean, you gotta, you can't fix what you don't recognize. If in that individual's perspective, if a problem don't exist, you is no way to correct it.
That's it. What's going on, Z? Let me know. What you thinking, bro?
Man,
What's
you
up,
got
Z?
it. Hey, what's going on, guys? You got the answer. I 100% agree with you. It's the breakdown of the nuclear family. Now, when I was growing up, my dad said, if you're going to do what you want to do, there's consequences. And I did not do like a lot of people, my friends did, like having had sex without marriage and having kids with different women. No, I didn't do that. I'm still waiting for my girlfriend, possibly wife. But the breakdown of society is bad, and a lot of people are blaming. They're not blaming themselves. Like you see all these knuckleheads in Chicago. Come on, man. You see these knuckleheads who didn't rioting, and it's the parents' fault because the parents did not teach their kids the difference between right and wrong. And I blame the government, I blame society, I blame Hollywood, I blame the TV shows because the parents are not doing their freaking job. The only one job as a parent is to raise your kid, not the government, society, but you are responsible for your own kid. Please, for the love of God, zip up your stuff. If you can't take care of your own stuff, if you don't have a full-time job, close your legs. You're not ready to have a relationship. You're not ready to have a family. If you can't take care of your own self, you're still living at mommy daddy's house until like you're 30, and you put yourself. You gotta think. Some people are not thinking with their head, organs and stuff like that. It just bothers me when I watch it on the news every day. So every time you see these young and shooting and looting, I say, where are the parents? Where are the parents? All
And,
right.
and I'm gonna tell you what you're saying, Z, is so true because this subject, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation, and because there's so many different aspects of it, and like what you mentioned earlier, Jay, about finances, I wanted to touch on that for a
Yeah.
second because you see the Joneses with brand new cars, brand new bass boats, a $200,000 house, but you know where they work. But just because you know where they work doesn't mean you know their income.
Yes,
You
Right.
tell
Right. Right.
because
So now I'm out doing everything I can to do what they do because they work at the same place I do. But what I don't know is what their family doing for them, that second job that they got when I'm home on the couch, all these things that they doing to get what they got. So you can't always look. And just because you see everybody else doing it, all of a sudden that's got to be the best thing because it works for everybody.
yeah, see,
I, yeah. I agree. I
go
agree. I see a lot of the one I think. well, I agree 100% to begin with you and with Z. I think I add on to that by saying and this is my contribution to the financial part of the situation. Um, I think that culturally, especially in the states, it's a global thing, but especially in the states, Joe, like you said, man, I done seen that same thing, and I see some demographics they come down on them a little bit harder, like you spending your money on Jordans, or you buying this and you doing, and which is true. It's
Yes.
true. But also you got people out here buying four-wheelers, and they can't afford it either. You got people with five or six toys that they really financially securely probably couldn't be able to afford. But when everybody thriving off of a credit-based system, it's easy to just barely have one nostril tilted to the side, sticking out of the water, and
Yeah.
you look real good on the outside, but on the inside you painting, and you know, I may have less than you on the outside, but baby, we all live in check to check. And
Oh, well,
um I
yeah,
finally reached a phase in my life that if I ever did have a windfall of any sort, I would probably the way that I live wouldn't change much at all, because I'm happy with birds chirping and sunshine and kissing my wife in the morning and having my first cup of coffee.
yeah.
So
That's it. That's
See,
it.
that's it.
like he just said, it's called responsibility. Number one, responsibility. If you're gonna have a family, you gotta have a full time job. On these days and times, you gotta have a full time job. Your spouse has to have a full time job. But here's the thing: when you do that, you gotta schedule somebody to be at the house at all times for your children. You cannot support. You cannot say, "Hey, Mom, I'm gonna take my kids to daycare," because you don't know what they've been taught in daycare. When I was growing up, one of my other was my grandparents. Somebody that is a responsible in the house. When they got when it's doing the daycare, it's say, "Hey, my kids are not important. My job's more important than my kids." No, you're when you get ready to have kids, it is your responsibility, not the government, not society. It's your responsibility to make sure if you have to get if you gotta get a good job. If you have a part-time job, don't have sex because you can't afford it. I'm being truth here. You cannot afford it having kids on a part-time job. You cannot because
Very true.
in Texas, if you try to get an apartment, you got to have an income three times what you're making. You cannot do that on a part-time job. You cannot do that at Walmart or McDonald's or Burger King. You cannot do that. It is a go process from junior high to high school, and when you get a graduating high school, you gotta have the skills to get you a full time job. I don't want to hear no excuses, but there ain't no jobs out there. There are jobs out there. You're just too lazy to work.
Very true. Very true. And that's where this whole thing comes in. It's easy to blame others
Yeah,
because of the mistakes that we've made
mm-hmm.
when they're our mistakes to bear.
Yes,
So if if I don't do what the title of this live stream is, if I keep doing what doesn't work because others are doing it, can I really blame them?
yeah,
Or
you
should
got
I be blaming myself because I've seen that it hasn't worked, but I keep doing it because everybody else is?
yes, and you just gotta
Oh
think.
well,
Yeah,
I gotta play nuances advocate. I gotta play nuances advocate here a little bit, because
Okay.
while I agree with the vast majority of what Z said, um, I got a little bit of pushback, because if you compare a salary from 1973 to 2023, the purchase power of that same $1 is completely different. So are people not to have kids, or people not to start families just because they're in a circumstance and in a society where the trades have been pushed back for more tech related jobs? Are they not supposed to create families because
Yeah.
the tech not and I'm not against, I'm not anti-tech at all. I'm just saying uh the citizens involved who feel the repercussions didn't necessarily have a decision on whether or not wood shop was taken out of eighth grade or welding classes taken out of ninth grade, um, or home economics was taken out of 10th grade. So
That's
I think it's a little bit more nuanced and it's a mixed bag because we living in a world where everybody trying to find their way, but that doesn't mean that people want to stop having families and I may not, I'm not gonna get into whether the American dream is gone or not, but
it
it's
is.
really hard to break the traditional things that people strive for, one of which is building and creating and growing families versus the economic
I
reality that we all confronted with.
I
It's
agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But here's the thing: if they're taking stuff, it's not the school's responsibility. It is the parents'
You breaking up a little bit, bro. I can't hear you.
yeah, I think you're breaking up. See, I thought that it was me. Now, what what you're saying, Jay, makes so much sense, and that's why I love these conversations because we get different perspectives from almost like different angles of the same thing. So the ultimate point that I wanted to convey.
It's sorry about
Oh,
that.
oh yeah, no,
So,
you're fine.
but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's not the school's responsibility. The teacher can the fundamentals of living. It's the parents' responsibility. And the parents say, "Hey, I don't have time to discuss about what my kids are being. You need to make time for kids. That's all I'm saying." And the people say, "Well, I'm going to in the project because I want to get to go, or I just want to waste my time." That is a mindset of a person that has a weak mind. That's why we got projects right now. Hey, you get off your butt. You work hard. Don't buy Jordan if you can't afford it. There's people buying Jordan and they pay for their child support. Now, that's sad. That's really sad. All these knucklehead men that don't want to pay the tax, you, you, you,
Well,
you're disgusting.
and
I,
and
you know,
and, and this is
oh,
the
I'm sorry.
thing.
Go ahead, Joe.
Ultimately, we all have to deal with the decisions that we make. If
Yeah,
now, what you said, Jay, about welding hit home for me because I took welding in ninth grade, 10th grade, and 11th grade. I don't think I took it my senior year, but I took it 3 years. And the only reason that I didn't go into welding was what you just mentioned. I was concerned about being able to provide for a family. But that doesn't
Right,
mean that a welder shouldn't have a family because they don't have a white collar job or whatever, however you want to spend that.
right, right,
I think
right.
that ultimately we have to do the best that we can with what we have to do what the decisions that we make. If I decide that I want to, oh snap! Look at this. We got my bro. Hey, broke farmer. What's good with you, bro?
Hey,
What going
first off,
on, broke?
what's up, Jake? Hey, can y'all hear me? First off, I'm on my headphone.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
You're a little
Oh,
low, but I can hear you.
all
what's
right.
up, bro?
I just
Okay.
I can't hear you now, bro.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
he froze up.
What about now?
There we
Okay,
go.
there
Hey,
you go. There you
bro.
go.
All right. First off, shouts out to Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, African Dreaming, Z's. Hey, I was listening to what y'all was saying. What? Sorry. Oh, I
Tell
thought
me
you.
what think, bro?
Huh?
Tell me what you think. How you weigh in on the subject?
Now, I didn't hear the very beginning. I'm just commenting on what I've heard so far. And just know that my opinion is my opinion. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody's opinion. That don't mean nobody else right. That don't mean I'm wrong. That don't mean I'm right. I just got an opinion. And that's what you having people up here for. Now, I don't even teach my daughter about a job and working hard. I'm 46 years old. I've been working hard since I was 15. I ain't rich yet. I don't
Bro,
teach my daughter to work hard and get a job. I teach her to own her own business, figure out early what you want to do, and never work for nobody.
Yeah.
Um, Great thing about YouTube and social media, people are always bashing and saying, "Oh, it's so awful, it's so awful." It's a lot of people feeding their families off social media. There's all kind of ways to make money
fact.
now. It's not like it used to be in the '80s when I was growing up. Life is different. Like I say, I've been working for the last 31 years, and I ain't rich yet. I'm not poor either. Don't get me wrong. Life is good over here, but I'm just saying, maybe we
Right,
need to
right.
redirect and reteach how we teaching our kids these days. What our parents taught us, what was relevant and what was needed in our day. We live in
I
a
when
whole
I got
different
out,
world.
I had my own business.
No, that's real.
I what it says when you graduate from high school, you have 6 months to get your job. I had my own business
Yeah,
before I graduated high school and grad around the neighborhood.
but I mean that's the message. I think. Once again, it's personal opinion. I'm not knocking nobody's opinion. It's my opinion. I think we too focused on working hard, owning our own
Society
house and all this,
and
and having a bunch of land and all this stuff. Maybe that ain't everybody's dream. Definitely one of my dream. I've seen a guy
Right.
and a lady on YouTube that live in a van that make $250,000 a
Yeah,
year
now,
off
come on,
YouTube.
bro.
So maybe the American dream ain't what everybody else's dream is. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah,
my
Hey,
my dream
bro,
my
I
dream
got
ain't to
to
have.
jump in the cosign on
Go ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
I just
I
I just gotta say this real quick, man. Thank you for being here. Hey to everybody in the chat who's speaking. But when you man, you doggone touched my soul when you said you've been working since 14. My first job, I was a bag boy. My mama and them
Me
had to
too.
sign for me to be able to work on Saturdays and Sundays. And my job before that was me
Hey,
mowing yards for folk from the church and out in the neighborhood. Man, uh, your level of work does not directly correlate to a meritocracy. Hard work does not always equal the amount of work that you put in because there's people out here who broken down in their late 50s and 60s, doggone can't walk no more, and they done worked harder than anybody that I'd have never met in my life. Ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. So those two things ain't always mutually exclusive. And I'm gonna shut up and let my man finish. I had to
no,
say, bro, you hitting on something.
I'm just saying we've got so used to watching TV and saying people speak their dreams for you sometimes, and sometimes you watch that enough that you start thinking maybe that is my dream. My dream
yeah,
is not to own 100 acres, have a mansion with 10 bedrooms and fly car. Look here, man. I drive my dream car, a 2013 Ford F-150. That's my dream car. I
Come
got it.
on, man.
I got to use. Maybe
yeah,
somebody's dream is to own a Bugatti and Ferraris. And dude, I can't even drive a stick. I mean, I got realistic dreams to own my house, have some groceries in the backyard, have fruit tree. I got that. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
my dream ain't everybody else's dream. And dude, I think we get so caught up in the American dream. There's no such thing as American dream because every personal person have their own dream. If your dream is not to clean your house and not to cut the grass, maybe living in a van is your perfect dream, or living in an RV. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
such thing as the American dream. Everybody has their own dream. Money. First off, I know people that live in the projects with a bunch of kids, no car, and they are happy as all get out those. I mean, happy,
Yep,
happy, happy. You know what I
yep.
mean? So I get thrown off when people start talking about big dreams and all this stuff. a dream, a dream. I ain't worth a darn if you don't wake up and go get it. You know what I'm saying? You can dream all night long, but that don't make your 401k or your checking account no bigger dreaming about stuff. So
Yeah, you dream about it, but if you keep dreaming, you don't do anything about that dream. It's not going to come out.
right.
You're just and basically you need to work. And I congratulate you for working. I used to work when I was junior high. We used to call it junior high back in the day. And all like you said, on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm always got a job cutting grass. Somebody cutting out else's grass, washing cars, anything. My parents wanted
Yeah.
me out of town for the weekend. I mean,
Oh, and this thing about retiring at 60, y'all get that mess out y'all head. Please stop that.
Yes.
I'm so tired of hearing that. You
sorry,
work 50
I'm
years and you probably gonna live another 4 years after that just to retire. Look at man. At
Yes.
55, God willing, and the creek don't rise. I'm not working for nobody. I might work at Lowe's
Yes, sir.
36 hours a week just so I can get some discount on some fruit trees. But that's about it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be the one. I'm not gonna work till I die.
disagree with you,
Hey,
Deb.
I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to say one thing. I left Resilient Dad's comment up. My cellular router went out, so I had to jump on my phone. But I left this comment up because I was on TikTok the other day, and there was this older gentleman, and I'm not even going to mention race don't matter. But this man is literally sitting on the edge of his bed in the retirement home with his guitar propped on his walker on a TikTok live with 3,000 people in there listening to him sing.
That's what I'm
The,
saying,
the,
man.
thing, the thing that we used to think you had to do in order to generate revenue, and if you're not sweating, you're not doing it right, it doesn't exist anymore. There's other ways that you can make revenue, and there's nothing wrong with whatever you choose to do.
And that's one reason. That's one reason for the many reasons why I respect this man and his wife. Uh, Shout out Leg Farmer 73 because I'm gonna tell y'all something. For somebody to have a platform of his
Yes.
magnitude, I ain't never seen nobody welcome competition. He said, "Hey man, start you a channel.
Yeah.
Even if it ain't about gardening, whatever you doing, whatever you watching, start you a doggone channel." Because I've said it before, I think others have alluded to it with the way the world going and the imbalances in economics and what money is and what money ain't. Baby, any additional forms of revenue that you could have coming in can only be to your benefit. Them folk gonna get they cut, but you still get a little piece of the pie. Plus, you doing something you enjoy because even if it wasn't no money involved, even if you don't get what they call it when you get your 1,000 or whatever that is, out monetized, I would still be here fooling with y'all because I enjoy y'all company. I enjoy what I learned from you. I love broke out there fiending over them doggone fruit trees. I love folk talking about cruising and taking cruises, and I love Joe getting up here motivating people all the time. So, it's a win-win if you let it be.
Yeah. Hey, and motivation. I don't mean to shout out nobody's channel, promote nobody's
Oh,
channel,
you good.
but African Dreamer said something cool. Layout Form 73. My fourth video I ever did on YouTube. He shared it on his platform when he had 120,000 subscribers. I got 200 subscribers off that my fourth video ever, and my channel
Wow.
took off. So Jay definitely telling the truth. I always motivating people and looking out for people. So I couldn't let that pass without just saying that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
and I'm glad that you mentioned that because that's what this whole thing is about. Society is saying that I have to do it on my own, that I can't trust other people, that I don't need anybody else. But there have been many channels, African Dreaming as well, that great people like Led Farmer have helped because they're cut from a different cloth. Like they want to help people because
Yeah.
that's the way it used to be. There
Now,
doesn't have to be a competition.
Motivation. Now,
Now,
just to add on this without being the bad guy, I don't want to. I don't want to come off as the bad guy, but I feel comfortable if I speak my heart because if I keep it on my chest, it's gonna bother me later, and I don't
I
like
got you.
doing that. But I'm willing to help anybody that's willing to help themselves. If
yes,
you willing to put the work in, I'm willing to work with you, and that's the only thing with that. A lot of people talk
Yes.
about what they want to do and they want your help, but they ain't willing to put in the
Mm-hmm.
work. Now,
yes,
the
Mm-hmm.
work it took for you to get where you at, they don't want to work like that, but they want you to
they
get
want,
them where you at. It
yeah,
Yes.
they want me.
that bother me. You know what I'm
I'm the
saying?
same way.
Yeah,
Motivation. You go live every day on your drive home from work. That's why I
yeah,
respect your channel. When you live, I'm usually in here, right or wrong, unless I'm working.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
usually in your live stream because I
I,
respect the grind. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
I,
don't want to grind. Some
you know
people
what?
and look, motivation. Can I go a little bit deeper, sir? If you
Hey,
don't mind.
use your shovel, bro. Use your shovel.
Now, some people will put out a YouTube video every couple months, but want you to come over there and help their channel out.
That
If
part.
you if you putting out videos at least, every 2 weeks or once a month or something, I got your back. Whatever I can do to help you, let me know. But please put in the same work and don't. It's one thing to pull somebody up, and it's another thing to let somebody crawl on your back on the way up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Yeah. Hey,
that,
I,
that
I,
I
I know.
the
Oh,
good
my
thing
bad,
Go
about
ahead,
bro.
Jay.
the thing
Hey,
about
hey,
you,
I know my brother Vision in here, so I'm gonna shut up and let him get what's up, my bro. But I gotta say something about Broke Farmer because I don't always get to be up on the panel with him because Sundays he be doing his thing and that ain't really the conversation like we having right now. But I'm gonna say this. So me and April, we always go back and download all our stuff. And I was looking at some older YouTube videos tonight that we did, and sometimes it blow your mind because I'm looking back and it got 1 year ago, and I'm like, dog, time to flew by quick. But back when we got one video we did our little 200 celebration because we always happy, baby. Every blessing we get, if we moving forward, it's a blessing. Guess who was in there? In addition to a whole bunch of others, I didn't even know you yet. Motivation, doggone Broke Farmer, and back
Uh huh.
then he was already in the caves. I mean, he was already like on his way to three or some. Anyway, he was in the cave. The same Broke Farmer y'all see right now. When he say he'll help anybody, he fool with anybody. Man, we barely had 200 and some doggone folk. Like, watch people. Watch because anybody can get on here and say anything, but I'm a living testimony. I got the receipts about how some of these
because
people who say they will
my
help
format,
everybody
it's me that
will help everybody. So I'm done, man. Y'all go ahead.
What? And I'm gonna tell you, these are the kind of things, and this is why I'm so happy to have so many people up here because this is the conversation that I wanted to have. But Big Bro Vision, you are here. Tell us what you think about the title. Tell us what you think about the conversation. We want you to be part of the fun.
Well, first of all, I'm just sitting here amazed at everybody that's up here because broke farmer. I'm always that guy sitting up in the top of the tree with a scope checking him out. And bruh, you putting it down, man. You
For
putting it
real.
down, and I appreciate your grind.
appreciate
Uh,
it. Appreciate it.
stop doing what's wrong. First of all, have you identified what's wrong?
Ooh,
You can't do nothing unless you identify what the problem is.
Very true.
Because if
Fact.
you haven't identified the problem, there is no problem.
Very true.
Now, from everybody up here that are content creators, y'all grind. Everybody's grinding because if
Yes, sir.
not, they wouldn't be sitting here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday on Motivation's channel.
Or 110 a.m.
all
That
one
that
thing.
too,
That
right?
too.
That too. But first, you got to identify what the issue is. You
Facts.
can't fix it if you don't know it's broke.
Facts.
Right,
it.
bruh. I'm just going to say, yeah. You got to do that. You have to identify the problem. And Joe, you always suck me into this mess between you and African Dreaming, man. Y'all be putting up real life stuff. And I respect that, and that's the grind, and that's why I always try to chime in and sit back in the bushes while y'all start pontificating and theorizing.
Woo, big word alert.
Oh,
Okay.
hold
I
Okay.
on.
see.
And
I
You
see.
got to say that one more time. You said what, Vincent?
you're pontificating and theorizing, man. You're
Ooh, I don't even
pontificating.
know what that means.
Ah,
You can look it up after the live, bro.
I can't spell it.
You and me both, bruh. I can't spell it, but I can see it.
Ooh.
I can say it. But it's all about, like, I was listening to y'all talking about you don't have to work for somebody else. That is absolutely correct. My very first job, I was 11 years old and I was washing and detailing cars at $75 a car. My dad would drive me around to his boy's house. And then when we got back home with the money, I did 2 cars on Saturday, 2 cars on Sunday. Now, he would sit me down and teach me. He said, okay, I bought wax, towels, car wash, bought you your first bucket,
Yep.
and I drove you. So here's your expenses that you have to pay.
Yes.
And I'm like, what?
Ooh.
So he said, here's your expenses. And I love what my dad did raising us. And so he would say, here's how much you owe for your expenses. So I would give him that money. And he said, now everything you have left is your money. Always keep in mind, son, there is a cost to do business.
Ooh. Hey,
Ooh.
Mr. Vision, can you say that
there
one
it
more
is.
time, sir? One more
There
time.
is
Please.
a cost to do business. And in a book that I read, it always talks about count the cost.
The cost. The cost.
Oh, that part. Okay.
Count the cost before you do. So, we all know as content creators, people just see us up here in videos and lives and doing all this. They don't know the research and the editing and the thumbnails and the guests and everything that goes on in the background for them to come in and have an amazing evening with a content creator.
Tell them again.
Yes, sir.
Tell them again.
Now I'm gonna say something real quick because I don't want this to get misconstrued. And I feel like it's only right to mention it right now based on what you just said, Vision.
Yes, sir.
Being an entrepreneur does not have to be the traditional entrepreneur that we grew up thinking. I've got to have a storefront. I've got to have employees. I've got to have this. Because of the way things have changed now, I'm here because this is less expensive, overhead wise, expense wise, for me to have a business. I don't have to pay lights. I don't
You
have
got
to
that
pay
right.
1099. I don't have to do those things. Now, if it comes to a point where the business grows enough to have them, then that's one thing. But I don't have to have them to start with.
Right. And that I got a great story for that. Back in 1987, I started my first business. I had a wireless communication store with a storefront. This was in 87 and was making a killing. Cell phones was hot as could be. And then this wonderful thing came about called the internet. So I built a website and started selling phone accessories through my company online. Within 2 months, my website was making more money than my store. I closed down the store and exclusively was online selling stuff through my company for 3 years until I sold the company.
Wow,
Wow.
Mr. Vision. Let me find out that you were Mr. Radio Shack before Radio Shack.
You
There
know
you
what, dude?
go, resilient dad.
Hey, so well, I can't tell another story, but I frequented Radio Shack because there was this thing called a black box. But I won't tell you what they did with the black box, but I was building black boxes and selling them for $900 a shot. And it
Wow.
cost me $65 to make it.
Black
Now,
box.
Yeah,
now,
I know what you're talking about, or at least, I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is good stuff. This is good stuff. So, a resilient dad, my brother. Thank you
Yes.
for coming up. Thank you for all you do for the community. While you were here,
Yes.
tell us what you think. What's been on your mind? We want to hear from you, bro.
Yeah, actually, definitely got to give respect to Mr. Broke, University of Knowledge. I remember when we had that convo back in the day on your channel, man.
Yeah,
Mad
yeah.
respect, mad respect. And of course, Big Dreamin', everyone, much respect. My only thought
Much
was
love.
to the point of Mr. Vision, when you were mentioning, back in the day, what you had to do for working early, working young, right?
Yep.
I just had even something to even add to that, because I recall when my dad, and maybe this is something that's just a lost understanding, but my dad knew that we wanted to make money. So like from the third grade to fifth grade, like I was cutting grass already, and then it came from now I'm cutting just my grass to now my neighbor's lawns next door to me on both sides.
Right.
And between the third and fifth grade, we started a whole company, right? Literally
Right.
a whole company to cut grass in the whole like division that we were in. And we were clearing about like $80 a week or so, sometimes more with tips. But the thing was, I didn't own a lawnmower. I didn't own hedge trimmers. I didn't
Right.
own the gas. So
Right.
my dad
Right.
loaned all that to me.
Right.
I still had to
Exactly.
pay him back.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I still had to pay him back, even though, he's my dad and everything, right?
Exactly.
Still had to pay him back from loaning his lawnmower. He's like, no, this is my lawnmower.
Correct.
So I had to like not only pay him back, but keep saving my money, not taking any net profit to buy my own lawnmower.
To buy your
Right?
own.
And buy
That's
my
right.
own gas can, buy my own hedges and trimmers. Right.
Yep,
So I
that's
just
right.
wanted to give that. Like maybe it's a lost thing of understanding, but I think that's something that motivated me to this day,
Yes. Same here.
And it's so true, because anything that you do, like you said, Vision, there's something negative to it. I can make $1 million, but guess what? The government still gonna want they cut because I
They
make.
want their 33%, bruh.
You should. So nothing is 100% free. So
Right.
you have
Nothing.
to look at it from that perspective.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just one of the important things in life that I think, and I say this, I'm gonna cover both ends, because I grew up in a single parent household with just the mom, but that's where my mom would get salty, because my uncles and my older cousins that was like in their late teens, and my uncles was in their 30s and stuff when I was a kid, and or late 20s, and they would do that same kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I feel like I ended up being okay, because you need somebody to teach you as early as possible that nothing's free, everything comes with a price, and it takes money to make money. You got to pay
That
somebody, baby.
That's right.
Now, you hit the nail on the head, but it ain't always the person teaching you think that's teaching you. If where I'm from the projects. It's just what it is. It's not a sad story. It was a fun time in the project. Everybody was poor. We were all equal, unlike
Right.
everybody else today. But I lost my train of thought. Look, Man, move on, man. I look.
But now I will say this real quick, bro. We can accomplish whatever we want to, and part of this whole concept is mentally, if we allow society to tell us we can't do something because of where we're from, what we look like, what we drive, where we currently live, we got to stop letting people tell us that we can't be great because of where we came from. We determine greatness.
Look at here.
Right.
Oh, my point, my train of thought came back. I was watching Motivation Drive, and I'm looking at. Anyway, neither here nor there. But you can learn from a man, but it ain't always a man that you think should be teaching your child. And I'm gonna give you a prime example.
Okay.
Growing up, I saw a lot of winos and crackheads. You know what I learned from them?
Yeah.
I don't need to do drugs, and I don't need to drink to excess. And
Right.
I mean, just because you don't have a role model in your house is always men that's teaching. Now,
Always.
when you go to when I grew up in the church, so at our church it was deacons that took care of the yard, took care of the
Yeah.
church, made sure the kids and the single women was okay. So
Right.
I learned from them, and
Right.
we so far away from the concept of a village raising kids that it's just straight ridiculous. No
That's
matter
right.
how awful a person is, you can learn from everybody from a pimp to a reverend that teach you a little piece. You'll never get all you need from one person. Your dad will never teach you all the things you need to know. Uncles, cousins, men school teachers. I'm just thrown off by the concept that some people say if you don't have a man in the house, then your kids are doomed. No, it ain't doomed. That ain't how that works. Just saying.
Yeah, 100%. Wow, wow. I totally agree. Yeah, coming from the Bay. So I'm born in the Midwest, but I'm out here in the Bay, right? And where we were at the time, man, it was like I'm a little bit older than everybody on this panel right now, but
There you go.
time.
Hold up, bro. Hold on. Wait a minute. Nah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna throw a flag on that play.
I just wanted to use one of those African dreaming words.
Right.
No, it was in a time though where not only was, I had a mom, I had a dad, that situation was that, but also we had mentors and people in the community, not necessarily like the whole community, but there was things that we learned along the way from people that were really just present, and that became something too that we took value from. So I think that it is a multiple, it's a variable that requires multiple influences to really develop a person if you're thinking about it, right? So that's just my point to that, bro. And I agree, 1,000%.
For sure. Amber, that's no problem at all, sis. That ain't even a big deal. We appreciate your kindness. Thank you so much for being a gold member. We truly appreciate it. There's so many stereotypes and there's so many constraints from society now that don't have to be the way that they are. And my biggest thing, I just want people, and when I say people, I mean everyone, to do the best you can with what you got, because what you got is enough. You can't let people tell you that things can't be this way or that way. Years ago, people didn't think nobody could go to the moon. You talking about going to the moon, they look at you like you crazy. But now someone's made it a reality because they didn't listen to the naysayers and they worked hard enough to achieve their goals and their dreams.
I don't like the.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I definitely don't like to follow popular belief at all. I'm the type of person, I don't believe jack. I mean, if I can't put my eyes on it or it makes sense in my head, then it is what it is. I don't believe it. I ain't gonna even lie. So anything I want to do in life, I don't look for nobody else to see how they doing business. I just be me. Whether it's making YouTube video, whether it's garden, whether it's fruit tree. I wake up every day, before I say thank you, Jesus, for waking up. I tell
Amen.
myself, life is good. You know what I mean?
Amen.
We
Amen.
Tell
get
it.
so caught up in the
Tell it, bro.
news,
All the
the,
time.
the world coming to an end. You better get this before the world end. Man, shut
That's
up. Shut
crazy.
up.
Right.
Dude, I'm just,
No,
life is
nobody
good,
knows
man.
the hour or the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, and that's
Say
no
that,
knock
Pops.
against,
Yeah.
and I don't mean that knocking nobody preparing, because we all should be preparing for everything
True
in life.
story. True
But I'm
story.
talking about those end of times people saying, God coming to get you tomorrow. He gonna knock on your door at 9:35. No, stop all that, dude. Look,
Yeah, he
life
said
is good.
9:35.
9:35. They specific with it, Jake.
Hey,
No, that's true
hey, look,
though.
look here,
Yeah.
man. Being up here in the presence of all this greatness with all these great men up here. I sit back and I think how possible so much is, and then I'm thinking about the title of the whole video: "Stop doing what don't work," and the only thing that gives me a little bit of bewilderment and even a modicum of sadness is when
Big
I
word.
think about. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh yeah, we're
Uh,
bringing the words today. We pontificating and all of this good stuff.
look, man. When I think about the greatness that I see that everybody up on this panel, but then I see almost like a deliberate desecration of the collective because I'm touching off of something that everybody said. We can do what we can do individually, and that's all we can do, man. But societally, when I look at the greater, because I'm broke taking me back to my childhood, vision taking me back. Joe driving and moderating. I'm looking at that southern sky, boy, them clouds big, and I'm listening to Brazilian Dad, and I'm just thinking, man, what if we could do this together
Right.
on a
Yeah.
larger scale?
Right.
Yes,
But
sir.
all we
Yes,
can
sir.
Right.
control is us. All we can control is us, though. So like Joe started out saying when he first started this live, he was kind of touching on some points about how societally things are different than how they used to be. And I don't know how to fix it, but I know my contribution to making it better. And that's living my life to the best of my abilities and also surrounding myself with people like the gentleman up on this panel. And outside of that, baby, it's gonna be what it is because I don't know what to do outside of that.
Yeah,
Big
facts.
facts.
Real
Big
True
quick,
facts.
story.
let me add
True
to that
story.
too, because you're right, right? You see, you calling me somebody that's comparable to all you guys. I humbly take that, but it's not yet. But I was speaking to someone, what actually last night, and it was understanding to your point. So we are our own islands, right? We have our own individual lives and things like that, and lifestyles and
Yeah.
families and responsibilities that we have to build. So you create your own island off of that. And sometimes that can shut you off from everything. Sometimes it does make you integrate with everything, but that's not the point. Knowing that everyone is their own island doesn't mean that we can't come together and create a country or a continent, right?
That's
But
true.
it requires the cross pollination of it all, right? So I totally agree, and we need more of this. This is why I'm here as well.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
And
bro. That's what's
and
up.
and I'm gonna tell y'all that, and I'm gonna piggyback off of that, Brazilian Dad. Last night after my live, I had a conversation with Eco Neighbor, and what he told me, I wish would have been on video. That what that brother said to me after the first time we, actually met and talked, man, please. I told him, I said, dude, all you got to do is call. Period.
Mm,
Wheels up in
mm.
five. But
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
that's right. We are individuals, and this is what I've noticed in my short period on this planet, that the older I get, the more people begin to separate.
Yes.
And Broke talked about it. Everybody up here touched on it. What happened to community? What
Yeah.
you know, when I was growing up, if you got in trouble down the street, you got in trouble by Mr. Jones, Miss Smith, Sister Mary, and by the time you got home, mom or dad is standing in the door like, boy, you better get in this house.
That part.
They done called on the phone and you got in trouble all the way home. And there is no more of that because everybody trying to get their own. I got mine, you get yours. And as human beings, that's not how we're built. That's not how we were designed. That's not how we were created to be an individual island. And I'm doing air quotes, the powers that be know that.
I do it for you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. And the powers that be know that. That's why they systemically put in place things that will keep us separated. Because together, we are a force to reckon with, period.
Yes.
Now, Vision, I'm going to disagree with you and Jay on something, but it's politely disagreement.
Give it to me.
What if YouTube is the new village?
It could be. You're absolutely
I
right.
don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't
disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, I will add to that too. Looking at YouTube, looking at any future platforms that will still give you this amount of community support, right?
Correct.
Buy-in and engagement. TikTok machine, YouTube machine, Rumble machine, right? So many other things after Rumble too. Spotify machine, Instagram machine, Facebook machine. If you even want to go back to hell, Black Planet machine. You right. These are all the ways that if you're going to that chat, like whatever channel you have to use to have impact and influence, use it, right? But there should be something that exists that can bring everything together, and it's not just an API, right? And that's what I'll leave there. Yeah, but also I'm about to get back into the bushes, y'all. I think I'm speaking too much.
But I'm gonna tell you something before you go. A resilient dad. When you look on this panel, we got the continent of Africa. We got resilient dad in the West Coast. We got Vision in Ohio. We got Broke in Georgia.
Hey, time. Oh, sorry.
And we got.
My bad. I'm doing too much. My bad.
No, you good. You good. Now, I'm glad you're here, Broke. I'm glad you're here. And then you got me in North Carolina. So you're literally covering a whole continent and another one. And we are having a positive, upbuilding discussion. Right. And if that ain't community, I don't know what is.
That's true.
Big facts, no whammies, no whammies.
Broke is right, and that's okay.
I totally agree. Hey,
Absolutely.
he said something a couple of videos ago about the value of lives and also the value of creating videos. Motivation. You found your lane with your niche, right? With motivational content and bringing things together. And I would love to see more videos like that, so you can always have equity in that, because that's just what the online content is going to be about. And I know you've been doing that. I even see you and your son. But man, if we can even start memorializing and standardizing what you're doing right now into videos that people can bring back and regenerate views on, I think that you're going to be batting 1,000.
Why I just get a chill down my spine?
See, he slid that in, and if you wasn't riding a Shetland, you didn't get it.
You ain't lying, boy. That's straight Pony Express.
Yeah.
Thank you, a resilient dad. Thank you for that. I appreciate that advice, and I will do that. That I will.
No worries. Hey, I just gotta only give you what I got, man. So to the top. I'll see you guys soon. All right.
I appreciate
my brother. Have a blessed evening. Have a great weekend, bro.
You too. Yeah, it's good to see that the bug out follow up and stuff like that is going on June 2nd.
Oh, dude.
There you
We'll
go.
speak offline about June 2nd, but yeah, I'm here to support you, man. And African Dreaming, of course. Offline. Let's follow up. All right.
No doubt, no doubt. I got it. I saw it, but we good.
Appreciate
We
you.
gonna get it.
All right, y'all be well. All right, happy Friday.
Yep.
You see.
You do
All
the
right,
same.
see, bro.
Happy Friday, bro.
Now, and that's what this whole thing for me is about. And what a resilient dad said just clicked in a different way, because we make the tech content, we make the fitness content, but really focusing in on why we do what we do from a motivational standpoint is something that I've got to explore in some content and some long form videos, because that's a great point. But I just love these conversations because I can't do it on my own. I can't.
Motivation. Can I throw you a video idea, if you don't mind?
Matter of
Now,
fact,
look,
let me get my pen and paper.
no. Now your name and channel is Motivational Weightlifting Geek. I watch your shorts, of course.
Mhm.
I see you working out. It would be so cool that within one of your workout routine, your reps, you spit motivation while you putting work in. Oh,
Ooh, bro. See, bro.
That's
See.
ideal.
Hey, I was gonna try to let him figure that out for himself, but you just put him on blast, and way to go, bro.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
because you putting in work and you encouraging people to put in work while you putting in work. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah. I can definitely do that. I can definitely
Great
do that.
idea.
Yeah. Thank you,
That
bro.
is.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, and I'm gonna tell you, there was a time, and I'm seriously thinking about bringing it back, where on Sundays when I worked out, I went live. And going live, it was the workout and the motivation in between. But I haven't done that in a while. So I'm glad you mentioned that, bro.
Hey, motivation.
Yes, sir.
I also go live every other Sunday at 3:05. I'm just saying.
Hey, let the people know. Let the people know.
No. I say that because you said Sunday, and I want to be watching it. I can't watch it if we on live at the same time. So I just want to let you know that so that I can actually be in your live while you're doing that, because
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bruh, you can come up on the panel while we go live. That ain't even a big deal at all. We can make that work. We can definitely make that work. Boy, y'all.
I'm just saying I want to get some motivation too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And see, normally on Sundays, we lift about 2 or 3. But things may change now because the gym is 24 hours. We used to have to hurry up and get a workout in before the gym closed at 5. So we got some leeway now. So we might be able to make some things work and adjust some times. But I'm glad you said 3:05 every other Sunday, because I got to make sure I'm in your lives on Sundays.
No. I wasn't saying that for the free promo. I mean, but
we all need to promote.
I kind of did promote it. My bad.
No, we all need a promo. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
My bad.
Yeah.
I just say that because, dude, it's super cool when. All right, can I talk all the way open?
Yes, sir. We home. We home.
I feel like it's so many cool people in this community, man. I just want to make sure that we all have time for each other. You know what I'm saying? And not to say, you have pop-ups or, people crisscrossing time just because how their schedule work. It's what it is. It's gonna happen. But I like, 5 o'clock, 5:15, I'm in here with you. I'm hanging out. Most time when I watch you, I'm heading to work. So big shouts out to you for catching that motivation on the way to work. Because everybody needs a little motivation on the way to work.
Appreciate
All right,
you.
but then I catch somebody else. If I'm off maybe 6 o'clock, somebody else at 7. If I'm off in the daytime, African Dreaming on at 12. I kind of like how people space that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
OG Shirley's on Thursday. You know what I mean? I kind of like that. And I wish it was a way. I don't know. It can't do it now because I feel like our overall community, in which we are a community, motivation, you part of my community, I'm part of yours.
Yes, sir.
African Dreamer, I'm part of your community. Vision preparedness, I don't be on your channel that much, but we still in the same community. We know
Correct.
the same people and we rock with the same people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I just wish we would take time to work together more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm putting it to you like this, motivation. Let's say on my lives, I get 6 people every live. Let's say on your live, you get 40 every live. If we go live at the same time, I'm taking 6 that could be watching your channel.
Mm-hmm.
And you could be taking everybody that watch my live. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So
I do.
we can hold each other up. You know what I mean? If you can, but if you can't, it is what it is. But I like to hold people up. If I got, dude, I'm gonna click on your live, even if I'm headed down the road. Most times I say I'm driving, but listen, because I'm still, throwing in that support. I'm gonna hit the like button when I come in. I'm gonna say hey, and I'm gonna drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can really help each other. It's just I don't think we don't take time to think about how we can help each other, even with the small things, just going live. All right, I put my live back 45 minutes. Motivation gonna get ears in. I know motivation don't stay on but an hour. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get that slot. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't knocking nobody for doing business how they do. I'm just saying it's a way to work together.
Now,
Right.
Now,
Now,
you know what? Oh,
Jay,
go ahead, Vision. Go ahead.
go ahead, Joe.
Now, I was gonna ask Jay, can we share the conversation that we had yesterday? Because it's almost coincidental that this is the very thing that Broke just mentioned.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. You tell them. Go ahead.
So Jay did a pop up on his channel, and it was vibing, it was flowing, it was everything, and I was having a rough day. I ain't even really feel like going live, and I'm gonna be honest. The only reason that I went live was because when I went to StreamYard, I saw somebody had commented because I was literally that close to pushing that joint back or not even going live at all. But I pushed for like 30 minutes, and my energy won't there. I won't feeling it. So I'm like, I'm gonna end the live. I literally played the B-roll to end and was telling everybody bye when I saw Jay come through with an African Dreaming Raid. Now, Jay hit me up on Instagram, and he let me know that he didn't mean to hit my time slot. The live was just going great, and time got away from him. But I was explaining to him, like, it ain't even that big of a deal. I won't feeling it no way. I don't have any type of ill will because you were live at 5:15 and 5:15 is my slot. So I agree with what you're saying, bro. And I think that when there's a common understanding, even when things crisscross, it's okay. But it's kind of a courtesy if you can make sure that if Vision goes live Thursdays, I'm not going to all of a sudden pop up out the blue and go live at the very same time that he goes live just to see how many people I can take from his to mine. Like that kind of stuff don't make sense.
Right. That don't make sense.
I wanna agree and disagree with Broke because I agree with what he's saying, and I think he 100% right. But on the other half where I disagree is because it's folk out here that I don't know, and this is why I feel this way. Because I understand what he's saying, but Broke, from what I hear, excuse me, he used the word community about 3-4 times. We are community, and like he said, man, look here. I put it like this. First off, I'm on the other side of the planet, so I pretty much got it. I got everybody times down pretty good. The hell I look like if I just start going live at 3:05 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday when this man live all the time. If I start going
Right.
live at 10 something in the morning when I know good and doggone well vision preparedness is on, what
Yeah.
that look like? If I start going live at but and y'all and so on and so forth, y'all see the point I'm making. But my
Right.
bigger point is that word that Broke used, community. Some of us care about it. And something else he said, because I don't want to miss you. Excuse me.
Right.
I
Right.
believe him because for
Yeah.
this man, you got to understand, doggone, everybody we fool with channels is bigger than ours. They bigger
Yeah.
than African Dreaming.
Right.
Broke ain't got no obligation, no reason to be over here. A whole bunch
No.
of folk who come hang out and check out our
Yeah.
channel and support us, they ain't got no reason to be over here. They do it because they genuinely value our content and vice
Right.
versa.
Right.
So with that
Right.
being said, what I have noticed, I done seen a few scoundrels here and now that'll tip in for a
Yes.
month or two off in the community, and they'll make a whole bunch of friends, and then they pinpoint that antelope that's kind of limping a little bit,
Yep.
and boy, as soon as before you know it, that same person who used to come in speaking and hey everybody, how you coming on the same time they coming on, man? I've been rocking with them for years, back. So you finna lose. That's what's finna
Ooh.
happen.
Oh,
That's
The
the
cat.
first thing
better,
gonna happen. You ain't gonna win. Go ahead, bro.
better yet, Jay. How you take my title? How you take the name of my
Ooh,
live stream? How you
that
said
part.
like
Mm.
Yeah,
really?
Ooh.
Mm.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? People out
yeah.
here
It's
doing
real.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's what y'all are talking about. That's exactly what we're doing in the prepping community and motivation African. Y'all know I'm expanding my community in the prepping
Yes.
community, and I'm gonna just say Tuesday night. I do a 6:30 Tuesday night live because I know that Hudson Valley Prepping comes on at 7:30.
Uh-huh.
And then Angry Prepper comes on at 9. And I think somewhere in between there's the roaming prepper. And we all try not to step on each other
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we want to participate in the other's lives. Just like I know
Exactly.
I'm waiting for Trail Tuesday,
Yes.
regardless of,
Okay.
of what I'm doing, because I'm working that time. So at least I can turn it on and sit in the bushes
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
work. And then for
Yep.
some crazy reason, motivation from the weightlifting geek just got to do a 5:15 live every day, Monday through Friday on his drive home. And Broke, and I thought I was subscribed to your channel. I'm not, but I am now. I subscribe to your channel, so
Appreciate that.
you'll be seeing me over there, bro. But
Yeah.
but but
Same the other way.
we are community
But
because we can all
Yeah.
win. I'm not out
Yeah.
here, I'm the new kid on the block. Like I tell these two
Me
brothers
too.
up here, my channel is 1 year and 9 days old. And I
Yeah.
met Joe through African Dreaming. And Joe and I had this conversation last night at 11
Yes.
o'clock p.m.
Yes.
because he shared something with me and I called him.
Yes.
I met African Dreaming through Triple Threat. I met Joe through African Dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
I've broke farmer. I done heard about you from everybody on the planet, and I was like, this brother right here, he's putting it down.
Yes. Yes. Don't let nobody fool you. Broke
You know?
farmer is the truth.
Yeah,
And he be everywhere.
yeah.
Everywhere.
And that's
Because
okay. That's what I like about it. He'll pop up everywhere. Doesn't matter what the topic is, who it is. And that's why I truly believe you when you said something profound. You said, I will help anybody if they're willing to help themselves. And
big fact.
you can't help somebody that is not willing to help themselves.
That's it.
Yep.
And if they won't help themselves, you just spinning your wheels.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'll pull with you, but I can't pull your dead weight and what you want me to pull. Because if you ain't pulling,
Yeah.
you weight just like everything else is.
Yeah.
What I look like digging a 6-foot hole while you in the house on the couch watching TV and then coming to check to see when I'm done. Like,
Right.
bruh, you
Fact.
don't do that.
Fact.
Right.
Hey, you know what, man? Like Broke said earlier, Led Farmer had 100 and some thousand people. His fourth video, he came along. Led got like Broke got 200 some people off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the night that we were celebrating our 800. I told you we celebrate all the time, man. We proud of everything we do. The night that we were celebrating our 800. Led Farmer, we finished our little thing, and then Led Farmer went 5. We didn't even know Led was watching us that whole time, man. That man went on and said, we finna get African Dreaming up to 1K. It turned into a whole wang dang doodle. It turned into a wang dang doodle, baby. We ended up with 1,100. And like Broke said, and the reason I take that to heart, when good people come along and help you, if you take your foot off the gas, shame on you.
You got that right.
On you.
I'm with you. The same thing happened to me. I actually had a conversation with the Angry Prepper. He lives in New York. He got like 250,000 K, whatever. We had a Skype call because I was asking him some questions. And he said, you know what? I'm going to have you on my channel. And from that live that I did with him, I got like almost 300 that night. He had 2,000 people in his live. And from there, and in African Dreaming, you know, I'm gonna have to put this brother on the payroll and send him a 1099 because between him and Joe, they promote me, and I appreciate that, and that's why I ride with them, because and you will appreciate this, Broke Farmer. Game recognizes game
all day and twice on Sunday.
Exactly. So that's why the four of us are here right now. So that's all I wanted to say from an old man's perspective.
Hey, motivation, sir. Don't mean to hold you up, big guy. Listen, can I say something real quick, sir?
Yes.
First off, everybody who's in the chat, if you came over because you're an African Dreaming community, you vision prepared this community, maybe you with the Broke Farmer community, subscribe to Motivation for the Weight Limit. You've been watching this man spit straight 5 or 15 minutes and you ain't hit the like button or subscribe. I'm so disappointed in you. Big disappointment, y'all. Do not be that cat. Don't be that cat. It's free to subscribe. Everybody trying to move and make moves. Don't nobody want to work till they 80. Maybe YouTube is Motivation for the Weightlifting Geek Way Out. Hit the like button. If you watch 2 videos of his and you didn't like them video, well, hell, watch 2 more. They might be better. It can't get worse. You know what I mean? It definitely ain't gonna get worse. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Do all that great stuff over here, man. For the channel.
And while y'all at it, share this live out. Share it out on your community tab. Share it out. Send it to your mama. Send it to Pookie and them. Send it to everybody. Yeah.
Look, Pookie and them always watching. Pookie and them always watching.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, that's that Southern right there. Some people don't know about Pookie and them around the block.
Pookie and them.
Right.
Yeah.
And bro, I want to say thank you, bro, because
yes, sir.
As things have transpired and like I gotta put some stuff up of the cucumbers because my cucumber plants are doing real good. I got 2 tomato plants that are doing good. I got 2 that are about to fail, but we
why you ain't emailed me yet?
I thought I did. Did I not email you? I know I hit you up on Instagram, but I thought I had emailed you.
Did you? Did you hit me on? Did I reply back?
Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure.
All right, well, while Joe looking, while Joe looking for that,
Joe.
Bro, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry, Jay. Bro, I think I referenced you and Odom on one of my lives because I just got some peach trees and some pear trees.
Mm-hmm.
He sure did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And exactly. And I told him on my life, I said, look, y'all, I'm out here 5 acres doing my thing. I am
Bye.
not a gardener. Bruh.
I was in there.
That's for another story.
Yes.
I got peach trees and pear trees for $23 a tree.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Wow.
And they still sitting because the weather up here ain't right yet. You know, I'm waiting for the frost to go before I can put them in. And I told him, I said, I got 2 olive trees. Olive trees. Olive trees, bruh. And I have no clue other than you put them in the ground and you let them do their thing.
First off, you said a mouthful with that one.
Right.
Put them in the ground, let them do their thing, because a lot of people overwork the system. A tree by nature is built to go in the ground, the leaves fall, and it composts and fertilizes itself. That's the basis. If that's all you do, you in the right direction. A lot of people get thrown out by all that. If you are a gardener, your main purpose is to mimic nature. And in nature, a tree is in the ground, it comes up. In the fall, the leaves fall to the ground and it becomes compost. It feeds the tree. It's a perfect system.
Right.
Perfect system. Now we start adding other stuff in there, big time fertilizer and 900 fertilizer and all that weird stuff there. when you stick to the base of what you said, vision preparedness, I don't even think you know how correct you was when you said that. That's the most basic and the most perfect way to plant a tree and do your thing. Plant it in native soil. Don't put no fertilizer in there at the time of planting.
Okay.
Put it in there. Let it establish its roots. Right before fall, fertilizer. And when it start producing fruit, fertilizer. If it get too big and you ain't tall, cut the top out. It's just that easy. People make it a lot harder than it is. You know what I mean?
You, bro. No, that's real.
Now,
that's real.
I don't want to interrupt, but real quick, bro, what is your email address?
You may not want. Well, go ahead.
I
don't mess with grown folk business. Handle your business.
Oh no. I got a YouTube email. It's brokefarmer76@gmail.com.
There you go.
I don't. First off, if somebody know my first and last name, it's okay because I have the most simplest name on the world. My real name is Ricky, Ricky. There's like 7,000 people in my neighborhood with that name. So,
right. But now hey man, what y'all men talking about is real, because over here, first off, you have people who grow stuff to sell because you do have a more industrialized. It's a growing economy. It's growing modern over here. But where I'm at, I'm out in the country. We chose the country for a reason, because we came over here to raise chickens and farm and do what we're doing. Man, you can literally take seeds on the cool. This true story. I'm gonna tell you how we messed up. We were planting our dill and I was putting them in too deep. The second time we planted dill, I literally sprinkled them on the dirt, and I took my hand and I raked them over a couple times, and I put some doggone water on them, dog. And they shot up almost as tall as me.
Yeah.
Bruh, it ain't that hard, man. Nature would do this without you, bruh. Banana trees be pop. You can't. I go for my morning walk. I go walking over here. It be banana trees with pups. 3-4 pups popping up all around. The folk just go get them and then put them in their yard. It be parachichi or what you call it in English? Avocados. You just go get you some avocados, man, and like nature. Y'all know nature was here before we got here, and it's gonna be here after.
Yeah,
it'll be here when we gone. That's right.
Big facts. Big facts.
Yes, sir.
Big facts.
But
I mean, you know, I don't mean to cut y'all vision, but you know what we just talked about is a metaphor for life.
Correct.
Maybe if everybody went back to the basics in life and did the basics without adding all the other stuff, aka fertilizer, aka too much of that. Maybe we cut some of that mess out and we get back to the basic. life is way more enjoyable, and life is
Yes,
way
it
more
is.
easy.
So
Bro.
and
Oh,
broke
go ahead, bro.
here's my story. I grew up in the inner city. When I do my air quotes again, when I thought I made it, I moved to the burbs. 2 years ago, I built a brand new house ground up. I said, you know what? I'm done with people. I need to get out the way and find my peace. I moved out in the country, found me 5 acres of woods, nice house that's, brick ranch, doing my thing. Bruh, last year was the first time in my 59 years on this planet that I planted a garden. And I took my son out there.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. I took my son out there and let him pick green beans.
Ooh. Ooh.
And it was me and him, bro, sat there and he was like, Dad, these are the best green beans I've ever had. And just the look on his face, he was like, we can eat these? I said, absolutely, son.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That right there was priceless. And from that moment on, I ended up with like 9 dozen cucumbers. Dude, I canned and pickled so many cucumbers that I got at least a year's worth of cucumbers. And what you said about if we get back to the basics, that would make us a lot happier. Bruh, that is the way to be. When I moved out here, the first thing I noticed, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is a different type of dark.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Different type of dark.
Oh, that country dark.
Yeah. Country dark is real.
Yeah, you ain't got them street lights, baby.
No,
yeah.
No street lights out here.
No street lights. You don't see Pookie walking up and down the sidewalk talking on his cell phone.
No, sir.
Trying to get some minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't give me a $1 million mansion for what I have right now.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't even walk out my front gate and go down my road, my little dirty dirt road with full of potholes. I can't go to the left or to the right without, well, it's nighttime now, so all of them sleep, but without hearing goats and cows and chickens.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Speaking of preparedness and preparation, it's been a lot of discussion about fertilizer shortages, and oh my goodness, I understand that with regards to feeding the greater masses. When you talk about all natural, baby, we ain't got nothing but boo-boo over here. Now it may be chicken, it may be goat,
right,
it may be cow, but it ain't nothing but manure. I've been over here almost 2 years, y'all. I have yet to see one bag of potting soil because it don't exist over here. I ain't seen no 511. I ain't seen no 7 dust. I ain't seen no nothing. But what I have seen is people go pick some plants that grow wild and they'll grind them up and they'll mix it with water and they'll put that not in the soil, but if it's an infestation or bug, because nature gonna get its cut anyway.
Exactly.
Baby, put that in your backpack sprayer and go spray down them leaves, spray down that garden. Like God did not give us nothing for all the ailments. And that's just my belief. This is just my personal opinion.
Say that, Jay. Say that for those folks in the back. They didn't hear you.
God did not give us everything we need to sustain on the place in which we exist. Now we may be robbed of the knowledge, but there is a cure and a remedy for everything from the food we grow to the way we heal our bodies to all of that. So,
bruh,
now
I'm clutching my pearls and I ain't even got nothing on.
Bruh. I'm gonna tell you something. What you said is so true. The only time that it is not true is when what we have done as humans have broke what was originally put in place to take care of us. That is the only time that what you said is not true. Because
when you leave nature alone, like Brooke was saying, nature takes care of itself. You go out in the field. To us, it looked like a bunch of tall grass, but there is a whole ecosystem that is taking care of itself that we not
Yep.
touching. But we go out there, we start cutting the grass, we start putting fertilizer down, we go put trees and bushes, and now everything is thrown off. But by itself, it'll take care of itself. So we got to stop trying to use it to take care of us and take care of it.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yep.
like.
Yep.
Resilient
Oh, go
Dad,
ahead, bro.
thank you, Resilient Dad, for the super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Look, we're going to get Resilient Dad real quick. We're going to get him right, and then we're going to finish this conversation because I am enjoying this right here.
Yes, indeedy.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Hey, bro, listen. Look, I'm the same way. I don't know what it is about that song, but that thing had me over here in my little sitting two-step. You know, it's just it's something. It's something about it. It's something about it.
Now, I'm gonna tell you one of the many reasons, why I love gardening. First off, I started 3 years ago, and as soon as I started gardening, I made my first YouTube video. So that was really monumental, and I'm glad I made that choice. But
right.
for all the people that read that big book, what's the first place in that big book they talk about?
Eden.
The Garden of Eden,
The
bro.
Garden of Eden.
So if everything from that big book originated from the garden, if we trying to get back to us and start over, I feel like gardening is important to that because it's therapeutic in the mind. It's exercising.
Yeah, it is.
It's healthy food. It's something called grounding, having your feet in the soil. It's grounding is a thing. So if all these great benefits are from gardening, why more people don't do it? I am flabbergasted.
Hey,
because they think they know everything.
Why?
Because they haven't read the book, or they don't care about the book.
Now I tell you what, bro. I'm gonna send you a bill because you dropped that mic so hard you cracked my phone screen. Boy,
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He went in the paint hard on that one.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's real, bro.
I mean, but and then I've heard people say, "Hey, man, you don't look like a gardener." What does anybody look like?
Yeah.
Stop.
Right. What does a gardener look like?
I've met all kind of gardeners. The old, young, black, white, Asian, or Hispanic. It doesn't matter because it all come back to the original. You out there, you're enjoying yourself, you're doing something big. Now, however you garden, whether you garden big, whether you got a small container, it's whatever you do. If you grow 2 house plants and you looking at them plants every day bring you peace, then that's your thing. I mean, I just wish everybody would garden, man. I really do.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna tell you, because this is my first year of any attempt at gardening.
Now wait, whoa! I gotta throw a flag on this one. Okay. tell Broke what you did with the tomato seeds.
Oh, I watched the video.
You gotta say it. Say it out loud.
Broke knows. Look,
I saw the video.
Look, hey, Broke. I've got see, Broke taught me the terminology. I've got seedlings that have germinated that are about this tall. I got some tomato plants about this tall outside. I'm about to take the little ones and bring them outside. I got some peppers that are about this tall that I got to go ahead and put in some containers because right now they in one solo cup. So this is my first time doing these things.
There you go.
But when I tell you, it's a different type of inner happiness
Yeah.
or
Right.
peace. It's a
Yeah.
calming thing. I'm out there, look, I'm out there watering my plants, looking like I got white picket fences and stuff. And I don't even care because I'm out here having fun. Like I see
Yes.
leaves and blossoms. Man,
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
something.
no
That's,
whammy. What? Look,
Hey,
go
bro,
ahead.
I know you trying to wrap this up. I gotta say this, and I kid y'all already know, man. I can't love Texas no more than I already do. But I gotta say this. I've lived in 4 other. Well, I guess if you count where I'm at now, 5. Now 4, 5 different countries. And I gotta say this, and outside of my majority Southerners and my country folk back in the States,
Yeah,
this is just the truth. This is my lived truth. Ain't nobody got to agree with me because I know what I done lived through and seen. In the rest of the world, most folks, if they got any space to grow something
yes.
outside of the metropolitan areas, most other countries got you ain't. I'm talking about doctors and lawyers. I'm
yes,
Right.
talking about bricklayers and masons and electricians. That's just a part of what's built into you don't never get to where you make too much money where you don't take a piece of land and you planting something
Yeah.
on it. Only where I'm from,
Ooh.
that's the only place and it make me sad a little bit because I'm like, man, these folk out here own something and they got a real big advantage.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
That break my
Yeah.
heart, man.
but but
I just
I'm a
had to get that out there.
that comes from what you talked about yesterday, Jay, on your live stream. That when you are spoiled, you don't appreciate the opportunities that are in front of you because you
Yeah.
feel like you are owed something. But
Mm-hmm.
when you realize that there's a possibility to do something, then you do it because it's not about how high you are or this, that, or whatever the case may be. Gardening, I'm gonna tell you something, and I know I'm gonna be gardening for the rest of my life. Man, I came home, it looked like a caterpillar had gotten to one of my plants. I jump out of the car, not my babies. You like, hold up.
Ah.
It
Oh Lord.
happens. It happens.
It
Hey,
does
Be like that.
happen.
what
But even
you,
celebrities, if y'all pay close attention, a lot of celebrities grow their own vegetables. Oprah
Yes.
Yes.
Winfrey, Tiffany
ah,
Haddish,
ah,
Tabitha Bryan. So
bruh,
if you got all the money in the world, money can't buy you good food. Let's
That's
start
bruh, they
true.
there.
don't eat what we, yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
I'm
They
true.
just
don't
putting
eat
that
what
out
we
there.
eat.
Yeah, but I mean, people think poor people garden. I'm telling you, people really think poor people garden to make their
They
grocery
do.
bill smaller and all this. But you can't
They
put a
do.
price tag on healthy fruit, and you
Yes.
know what went into it.
Yeah.
Name
Yes.
2 things you ate this week that you know what all went into it. You saw it from the first time it
Exactly.
got in the soil, or the cow ate the first piece of grass. It's nothing. It's
Yeah.
Right.
nothing. Your garden is the only thing that you know from seed to it going in your mouth. What all went
Yep.
into that?
Yeah.
It's
From
just
seed
something
to
that
table.
seed the table. It's something
Yeah.
liberating about that and makes me feel okay with it. I
Yep.
ate a carrot the other day. It was a white carrot. Now, look here, let me tell you something now. I'm about to be 47. 47 years. I'm almost 50. I've never went in Kroger and seen a white carrot. Now I don't know
No,
about y'all
absolutely
Kroger.
not.
Yeah.
Don't know about
Absolutely not.
y'all
Ever.
Kroger. But at
Ever.
mine, we ain't have it. So
Same
I
here.
I rinsed it off with that hose water that we drunk from growing up, and I ate
Hello.
that carrot right out there in
Yeah.
my backyard. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm just saying.
Boy.
Yeah. We
And
say rinsed it off with the hose in the backyard. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes,
that
sir.
Yes.
as a kid growing up, you ain't going to the house to get water. You when you
No.
went outside,
Mm-mm.
you came back in when you
No.
in. If you were smart, you stay outside and mind your business. But you
Yeah.
keep going in
Yep.
If you don't close my front door,
Yep.
No, motivation. Wait a minute. My grandma used to tell me, "Don't come in here smelling like outdoors." Well, where am I going?
Like I
Right.
know, broke. You took the
Right.
words out of my mouth.
Right.
Where am I going?
Right. Right. And when you came in the house, they put you in the tub. Take them clothes off right there and go get your butt in the tub.
In the tub.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
we actually used to play. Man, the reason they didn't want you in the house, for one, they got the air conditioner going, and all we had when I was little was two window units. One was in the back bedroom, and the other one was in the living room. It wasn't but two window units, baby. We talking about East Texas heat. Plus, me and my cousin been out there playing it. Man, I got grass all on me, my shoes dirty, my clothes dirty. If you come if you come back in here, you're gonna stay in here. We all heard that from our generation.
Jay, first off, were you even allowed in the living room, Jay?
No.
Man,
not in my house.
That back door.
Right.
Back door.
And then they say, whose footprints are these on the carpet?
Ooh.
Which one of y'all done came through my living room?
That part.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That part.
Yes, sir.
See, they don't get
the living room was for Thanksgiving and prayer meetings. That hang out in the living room.
Whoa. Prayer meeting.
Hang out in the living room.
And talking to the Avon lady when she came in. Shouts out to everybody who know who the Avon lady is. What's up, Miss Crystal?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You live in this house. You stay out this room. This room's for company only.
Sir.
You get out of this room.
But you know what? It's so much stuff that you could take from that growing up. Maybe we let kids be a part to 2 minute adult conversation. Just maybe that kids would be kids still today if they didn't know so much about grown folk business.
Correct. And that's one thing I always did with my kids. When either me and my boys or me and my ex had friends over, y'all going in your room. This is grown folk business because that's how I was raised.
Yep.
Y'all going in the back, going and play. This is grown folks. Man, until you got of the age, and then Dad was like, "Come on in here and listen to your grandfather and your uncle. Sit down, keep your mouth quiet. You may learn something."
Ooh, they said that at your house too.
Right. Yes.
Hey, but even when my aunties and uncles used to have their parties, because my man, when I was younger, when I was a little boy, my mama had 6 sisters before they started passing. 6 sisters and 2 brothers.
Right.
And not to mention all the uncles I had from all the husbands that all the aunties I got had, man.
Exactly.
Look here.
Exactly.
They would have some of the biggest house parties that I ever seen in my life. And guess what?
Yeah.
Kids wasn't allowed around. Now I used to sneak in there. And I, to this day, I can remember the smell of that old recipe for Michelob and maybe some other adult endeavors. I remember the smell of it. But we had 2 places outside, and they would have one back room where all the kids could hang out and play. Some of us be outside playing, and some of us would be in the house playing board games and doing different stuff like that. And you just had a place when you was a kid. And as a parent, I gotta watch what I say. And y'all parents, because everybody else a parent up here, y'all can agree or disagree with me when you're wrong. But when we were little, children had a place.
Yes,
children had a place, man.
Yes.
And that ain't what it is no more. That just ain't what it is.
Now, this is the other thing. When you grow up not knowing your place, you will forever not know your place. And if you don't know your place, you will forever be in other people's places. Because you don't know how to stay in your lane. Because you don't know where the lane is.
I'm going outside on that note, man. I'm gonna go out and walk in the garden because that right there, that almost made my head hurt.
Boy, that's in the cold breeze through my house.
Yeah. Yeah. You like what?
Hey, look, if y'all didn't know Motivation for the Weight Living Gate, if he motivate you, it's okay if you send a super chat. I'm just
hey.
Hey,
And the least you can do is smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and share out this live.
But the
that's
max
it.
you can do is drop 99 cents on that super chat.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you one bit.
So
I ain't mad at you one bit.
and the whole thing about the super chat, it motivates people, and that's why why I said about it motivates for the weightlifting geek. When you're doing the right thing, all right. When a child is growing up and a child does something good, you reward them. You take them out to Chuck E. Cheese, you buy them a new
Yes.
pair of shoes. It's a reward. So growing up, as you grow up, the next person to reward you is your wife. Take your wife out to dinner. She said, "I love you, baby." Kiss you on the forehead. Mwah. Oh, you feel so good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's how. And over time, you just get used to rewards, and it make you go harder. Because my wife kissed me on the cheek, now I want to keep doing what I did to get in the first place.
Hello.
Get
And
that part.
Hello.
and shooting them super chats is the same way. You know what I mean? I'm not telling how to spend your money. I ain't telling what you got, but every now and then drop $1 on your favorite content creator. Go buy his merch. You know what I mean? Because
Real.
if he opened up his laptop and you see somebody bought a shirt, I don't care if that shirt $8, he feel like he going in the right direction. So now he gonna go harder. That's
Bro.
what that's all super chats and everything about. Just a little bit to let people know, hey, they're going in the right direction, and this your reward.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm going to the store. I'm gonna buy me about 3 more phones because you keep cracking my screen, bro. If that ain't because as humans, we are reward driven to a certain standpoint. That is just the way that we are. So these things, and I'm gonna take it a step further. A great comment does just as much for me as the biggest super chat in the world, because knowing, as Jay would say, that somebody's picking up what I'm putting down as a content creator, that's the whole goal.
So,
but I ain't gonna be mad if you listen to Broke.
Now, and I know where you coming from. It was a guy. My last video, it was a guy called "Growing Out the Box." He put in there some to the extent of, great content as always. But doing something different is always nice. I was like, wow.
Yes.
Cause I think I'm always doing the same silly stuff, but somebody saw something different and they said, hey man, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Especially you make videos and everybody just say, hey, thanks for sharing, thanks for sharing. But then you get down to that one comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make another video.
Right. That keeps you going. Yeah. Fellas, I gotta go because the COO is in the building.
And actually I got to go too, because little man's out here with the kids, so I need to kind of go out there and hang out with him some. But we just had such a great conversation.
Yes.
But before you go, Vision, we got Bug Out Weekend coming up. Is there anything else you want to tell the people? Let them know how to find you, all that good stuff.
Vision Preparedness on YouTube. I got a live tomorrow morning. Come on over, grab a cup of coffee, and we're going to have a conversation. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, bro.
Oh, man. Thank you for having me. As always, it's the meeting of the minds. And when we mind our business and we about our business,
ooh,
can't nobody stop us.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, big bro. Okay.
Why not? Why?
That's it.
You what? If Pookie can stay up 23 hours a day walking the block,
that part,
right? Yeah. What happens if we have an intelligent conversation that maybe a sentence or a paragraph will change somebody's life?
That's it.
I'm gonna dip out too, man. Yes, sir. And I just want to say, conversations like this is we proving the world wrong, because it
That's
too
right.
too much of the world don't think that men who look like us, who think like us, who move like us and act like us, they don't even think we exist, baby.
That's
Correct.
So
it.
Joe,
That's fact.
thank you for allowing me to be a part of a
Thank you, big
conversation
bro.
that not only I enjoy, but simultaneously get to prove the world wrong. So I thank you.
Thank you both. Big bro Vision,
Yes.
big bro Jay, big bro broke. Like, you know what I mean? Listen, man, these are the live streams that I dream about. Like, this is what content creation is supposed to be. And I
Right.
appreciate each
Yeah.
and every one of you for helping us today to show the world what YouTube should be used for.
All day.
Fact.
All
I
day, every
appreciate
day. I
I appreciate
appreciate y'all, brothers.
most
Yes, sir,
definitely.
man. Y'all
Most
take care.
definitely. Before you leave, Jay, is there anything you want to tell us or tell the people that's going on?
Oh, I just want to tell everybody tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
If y'all got time, I would really appreciate participation over motivation from the weightlifting geek. I would really like for us to all be able to collaborate, share our thoughts, share our ideas via the chat and the conversation that we'll be having. And it is going to be about manhood. It's not exclusionary. Uh, it's not a gender quarrel. It ain't none of that right there. But we just going to talk about some of the complexities and difficulties of what it's like being a man, because in a man's eyes, and I've been one for 43 years now. So I think I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, don't nobody care about you, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just a teaser. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna leave it right there. But
True.
But
That's
listen,
facts.
listen.
yeah,
I'm gonna take it a step further because it's gonna be cool because we're gonna be live on my channel and we're gonna be live on African Dreamers channel at the same time. And when I tell you that this conversation is going to blow your mind and the things that we are going to discuss, any man that is worth his salt, this is gonna hit you in a place that will resonate with you and will express feelings that you may not have known how to express.
Mm.
And
that's it.
that's it.
Mm.
That's it.
That's it.
Um, but before we go, big bro broke. Tell them what's going on your way. Anything they need to know.
Free promo. Look, it's your guy Slim Garden, the faithful fruit tree addict, your cousin broke farmer. I go live every other Sunday, including this Sunday at 3:05. Be there or be square, baby.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I
I
know
love
Hey,
it.
that's
look,
right.
you can't throw away that
Yeah,
free promo.
Hey, listen. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Over here at the Weightlifting Geek, we are about those shameless plugs. Hey, it is what it is. That's community.
Mhm.
So
Man.
thank you all for everything that you do. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to a resilient dad for coming up. Thank you to Z
Motivation. No,
Fun for coming
motivation.
up. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for introducing the topic and hosting it on your channel. First off, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Man, I care about people. I care about people, and it's a genuineness. So my only hope and goal is that 100 years from now, somebody that's going through something, that's dealing with something, can find this live stream, can hear this knowledge that everybody shared, and it can help them get through their day. That's all I want.
And if you are watching 100 years from now, hey, subscribe to Broke Phone.
I like it. That's what I'm talking about. That's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
talking
Yes,
about.
sir.
That's
Yes.
what's happening right there.
Yes. Yes. And while you at it, if this is 100 years from now, subscribe to Vision Preparedness and subscribe to African Gene because listen, we on the second generation of the run. If you in here
Yeah.
in 100 years from now, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We got the family business going. So show these
Yeah.
brothers and their family and their relatives some love. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true facts right there.
That's it. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Much love. And we will see y'all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all take care.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.
We'll holler, family.
Yes, sir.